IFC schema is complex. And that's why Anil, one of my previous guests in openBIMvoice podcast, has shared this tool with me, which he built to help people understand IFC schema, and especially relationships, meaning how the things are connected in IFC schema, because not many have a good understanding or even a basic understanding of that. So this tool is called IFC Graph Visualizer. This is a free tool. I'm not sure if it's also open source, to be honest, but it's free and you can use it, you can test it and see how it works. So let's have a look at it. We see here that you can upload your IFC model if you want. And let's see, upload an IFC file to parse its structure into a graph and visualize relationships between building elements. But before that, we have also, if you don't have a file yet, sample IFC models are available on the Learn page. So if I click here, or we also have Learn at the top, but let's click here and see what's happening. We see IFC schema architecture, which we get a few things here. Domain layer, interoperability layer, core layer, and resource layer. But here are the sample models I was talking about. And it even supports IFC 5. So I'm not going to go with that. We have here a wall with an opening window. Let's open this one and see how this looks. Okay, nice. So what do we see here? We have a quite complex user interface. And this is why I like it. I think it's really, really cool. And it starts with this. This is the IFC file. Like if you would open this with a text editor, that's what you are going to see. By default, if you load, if I click on unload, that's how it starts. You get only this. And then of course you can search here. Like it's an amazing tool to navigate the IFC schema. And if you want to see the graph, that's how it looks. It looks like this. And if you want to see the 3D model, you can also see it here. We have a wall with a window, right? So that's that's what we have here. You have full screen, we have unload. Yeah, there are some things about this which I'm going to mention soon, but yeah, for now, that's what we have. You can see here that's how an IFC file is, an IFC model in the step representation. It starts with this is the first line, #1, #2, and so on, and things are interconnected. And you can search here. For example, if I search for project, we see all the lines where we have the project. Okay. You can also use the ID of the line if you want, and so on. But the most important thing I want to look at is this thing right here. I think this is really, really cool. We have also a snapshot here, and we can take a picture of it. If we export this, it's going to come as a picture, but we take the minimap only. So it's very difficult actually to use. So Anil, if you want to do something about this, I would want to take a screenshot of this, not of the minimap. I'm not sure if that's a bug or the feature doesn't work how it was supposed to, but yeah. I know I can take a screenshot using my Mac or Windows, but again, like if you have it here, it would be good to be to make sense. Like if you export the graph as a PNG, you get the minimap. What else do we have here? We have some locks. Okay, here is to start. Okay, this is the learning path and practice. Okay, this is really cool actually, because we can go over these things. We are in the project layer. So that's how, like every IFC model has a project. Everything starts with a project at the top. And it's here, the project. And then we see that we have a project container and it's connected to a default site, that's how the site is called. And here we have a site container, which most of the time, after that, we are going to have an IFC building, and after that, an IFC building story, and so on. But this is really cool because that's how we see these things, how they are connected between each other, right? Is decomposed by, we see that this is decomposed by project container and project. So decomposes, right? It's really cool because it shows both directions. We have here, if we look here, You can also search a node, but you have a different, I think, yeah, level of details, level, LOD level. That's what I think it is. And here utility is just the first one, list, essential. I don't think we see a big difference in this one, but we're going to look at a more a larger model, and then we see that there are some differences. But yeah, usually that's what we do. We can use a filter if you want to hide some stuff and you don't want to see it. If you want to not show space and contain, like, you can choose whatever you want to have, right? So it's up to you, but I think these are important to have. But yeah, mainly this is important here. What is going on here? Like when you press on this full screen or whatever is not full screen, zoom, fit all nodes in view. Okay, that's what's happening. I wish there was a way to have a better full screen stuff. And let's go through this first. Okay, so we go here. This is the current. We see. Okay, I cannot click here. The global sorry, okay, now we can see. So we see that we have the IFC project, learn about this entity, and then overview. The root element of the IFC hierarchy represents the overall context for all building information. Yeah, that's how we start every model or every file. Okay, example we can see here. IFC project is the absolute root of every IFC model in our guided sample. There's one project name, default project, with description, and default project. It holds all metadata, name, description. What to do? Click on default project at the top of the tree, right, to select it. So yeah, these are the tasks that we have to do. So clicking here, we see IFC project, right? Look for the name that shows default project. We see it right at the top. And here, helpful hint. What is that? We don't get that helpful hint. Okay, good. Next, explore project properties. Okay, so when select, sometimes the click doesn't work properly, so that's another issue. So let's see if I close this. You see now it doesn't work anymore, and I don't know what to do in a situation like this. Now it worked. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go through this right now. I just wanted to show you that you can see also this and the text stuff, and also the graphical. I think this is very good to help people understand how things are connected. And also the good part that when you click on something, it's selected here, IFC wall, and it looks where is referenced, in which lines, right? So now let's go back to learn. It was also a button right there, unload file. And let's go to this one, FZK house load sample. It's let's see, it's parsing. Now we see here this, and we want to load. Let's load the 3D model first so we can see what we have here. The click here works a bit weird, like if I didn't even click here, to be honest. I just had the cursor and it just selected it. But we can see that when we press something, we read the information here. So if I pick this wall, we see that we have some pset wall common and thermal transmittance of 0.4. It shows ArchiCAD properties, which shouldn't be there. Base quantities, like all the information is read here. But again, that's not the goal. The goal is this. And look here, this is so beautiful. That's how this model looks like. And it's really, really cool, right? So if you look here, we are going to have a lot of stuff like annotations, which we don't see in the model right now. So let's go here. Let's go here. Let's see if we select the, okay. I think it's, if I select the wall, it went to it. Maybe it's this one. Yeah. But this is the problem. I want to have a closer look at this. So look what's happening here, Mr. Anil. This window is fixed in a way. Show path to root, isolate. If I press on show path to root, I don't know exactly what's going to show me. Ah, okay. It shows many things. But yeah, this window I would like to have an option to make full screen. I would love that. So I'm going to reset the graph, but I think this is definitely something like on the UI limitation. This window, I would like this window to zoom to get more stuff, right? For example, let me tell you one reason. I want to see. Let's get again the wall. You see, yeah, this window is locked. It's really locked. If I want to make a picture of like this or a screenshot, like this is not visible. And I want to see. So that's why I would like to have a full screen mode where I can see on the entire screen if I press on full screen to get like we have here, full screen, right? This mode should also be available for the graph, but we see that even this one doesn't work. So I hope Anil can fix this and also make this available, because sometimes I want to take a screenshot of something that is very, like here we have just very little information. We have the wall and the pset and that's it, and the material association, so it's very little. I want to see more, a larger picture, right? But again, like it doesn't change the fact that it's very nice and very cool to see this, right? How many, for example, properties, these are all property sets. So for example, looking at this wall, we see that this wall has a property set, ArchiCAD properties, and AC, pset name, ArchiCAD quantities, even ArchiCAD quantities, right? Base quantities and pset wall common. So all this stuff. I don't know what's the deal with dragging and moving around the things. Yeah, I think it works, but not every time. Look, for example, this is locked. I cannot move it. I can drag this back. This one I cannot drag it. This one I can. This one I don't understand what's the stuff with that. So I would like to have more flexibility when it comes to that, if possible. Yeah. So that's kind of how it is. I think this is very nice. You see here we have a void element, and yeah, you see like what is used here, relating building element and voids element, right? It's very nice to see exactly how the entire model is connected together. But again, like I think it's easier to start with a simpler model with fewer things, because here it's a bit too much if you ask me. And another thing that I think could be cool, let's see if we isolate something. Okay, I like this. Yeah, this works well. But again, like I want to have that option to see this full screen. That would be amazing, because then the text is going to be, I can zoom in to have the text large enough to understand, to see a better overview, right? Because now I have to zoom in to see what is written here. And we see here all this wall has all different things, right? The psets, and then it connects here. It's contained in this structure, right? And it has all these properties. It has the material association, which is right here, and I cannot move it. You see, there are some things also about this, like making this easier, or like less buggy when it comes to dragging this stuff around. It's very interesting how it works, but again, now it's a bit a mess here to see and understand what exactly is happening. But we see that we have a material association to this wall, which is, yeah, that's great. Then we see that we have ArchiCAD properties like a pset again, but not all of them are flexible to be moved. But yeah, it's a great way to see how IFC Schema works. I think this is going to be helpful to understand a lot much better the IFC Schema. And like I mentioned, even this thing right here is going to be very, very useful. The text. It's very nice to see that every time you press on something, like for example, you see what is, connected to, then you can isolate, and yeah, you can navigate and have a closer look. This is a window, and you see that also has a material association and many property sets. It's really nice, Anil. So again, amazing job. Thank you very much for doing that. It would be amazing if you can improve the things that I mentioned to make it even more robust. And again, this, like, if you want to understand IFC Schema, this is a great tool. And I'm sure, I know I heard about other tools outside, but I think this is one of the best when it comes to visualization, because you can connect the text and this and the model with the graph. So I think this is really, really powerful. If you know any other tools, feel free to let me know, please, in the comments, and I'm going to try to cover them as well. Anil, thank you so much for the tool, and please fix the things that I mentioned, or at least maybe guide me and explain to me how I'm supposed to use it, if not the way that I tried it in this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you up in the next one, guys.